Got ourselves Diabolical over for the team one. Man's ready to go. Add Hunter in the back. I like this mount. Tell me this thing is going to be one of those mounts that's going to get dragon riding, right? Top G. First up versus Zaz, the man. Immediately rushes in. A bit of a rematch between the two. Trinkets are stand by both of the warriors. Top G leaping up out of there. He doesn't want to have to fight until Barry. Zaz trying to see if he can cut him across between those leaps. He's got himself yet another Blaze Storm. Top G holding off until he's got himself the big kill. Zaz, I think, unless he's got himself a leap, he might not have a way to escape Top G when he's got himself that big defensive going in for Zaz. Got himself a bit of a fear of Top G breaking out of it easily with that Berserker's Rage. As Top G looking to crush him, back-to-back execute. Zaz super low, got himself a quick stun. Top G looking to get himself a stun of his own, got himself a couple more executes with a big old hit at the very end. Just need himself a little bit more survivability before Vengecraft is going to be up next. I think he's just trying to see if he can rush him. If you could just give yourself a little bit of time for second wind, you might be okay. Maybe a stun to Venge, maybe a fear, trying to leap away. Oh, he gets hit with a he gets hit with a glaive either way though. Has to charge in. Reflectance up really early. Venge does go in for a bit of a blur. Iron to follow. Sigil of Fear. Top G does not have Berserkers to break out of this one. Does get him to a full-on imprisonment. As Venge looking to back up out of there. Top G charges in. Got him some big defensive. Venge does not want to fight it into a Storm Bolt as he tried to go for a hunt. Did not complete the hunt, but does get knocked way out there with a big old haymaker. Does go in for a quick stun. Big leap onto Top G. Big Hunter fallen, charges in. Oh my god, the combo there. It was so good. The stun, cleave into a bleep, into a hunt, into a charge, into everything. And Dia tried to see if he could take down Vengecraft right then and there. Dropping a Mortal on the guy. Chaos Bolt to follow as he got portals open. That's going to be immediate immunity out of Venge. He knows he's going to take some damage. Not in a great spot. He's going to send that immunity now so he can reposition into a better spot. While behind the pillar, at the very least, he can attack the succubus, get a little bit of healing from the leech. Also, shred souls, partial souls out of parts of souls of the succubus to kind of consume for his own gain, just so he can get a little bit of healing. Trying to stay mid-air for as much as possible is going to be poured out of Dia. He got to find a way to put the succubus next to Vengecraft, trying to see if he could stop his approach with an Infernal. But for Vengecraft, that just gives him an extra target for him to be able to get a little bit more leech healing from. Bonds fell. Chaos Bolt to follow. Needs to find a way to escape it. Does go for a quick stun. Break it past the binds that hold him in place into a quick fear. But Dia walking him out of that darkness. Got himself blurred darkness combo. Stun onto Dia for just a second. Got himself the big cleave. Is going to be able to cleave the succubus down, but not really catching any onto Dia. Double portal is on, and Vengecraft might be in a bad spot right now. Going in for the hunt. Trying to see if he can go counter effective here. Big blade dance, but Dia tanked up. Got himself reflect. There's nothing he could really do in that situation. The Age did, I think, everything correctly from the hunt and just going aggressive, because at this point, like, he's got nothing, no way to heal, so he's got to go aggressive. He's got to get the leech healing rolling. He's got to do something in that situation. Hockey's on the team waiting his turn. We got ourselves Gambit, we got ourselves Chills. Which one of them is going to be going up versus Dia? Somebody's going to have to get in and take him out. Are they going to send in the Assassin? Are they going to send in the Death Knight? I think the Unholy Death Knight could probably do pretty well, right? If you can get Dia away from his ports, surround him full of undeads, that could probably do a number, right? As a Frosty, I think it's a little harder, but as Unholy, I think it's a little bit easier, especially if like Dia tries to run from you. You can get a couple of good death goals in, a couple of glowing shadows in from distance. It'll be huge. Got himself the army dropping in. Gonna be a Diabolical a little bit early with the reflect. Got himself a big gateway, but the pet is gonna stun him. You ain't gonna back out in the open with an apocalypse. As long as you send the pets in, they are surrounding Dia. They are doing a number of damage. This is going to be Chill Pills with a grippy hand. As long as he can add a little bit extra pressure on top of all the pets that he's got going on, especially with that Valkyrie out in the open, Dia's just taking so much damage while the pets are out there. He actually is going to back away, but they're just chasing after him. If you can avoid him and line inside him for the most part, he'll be okay. Big damage reversing back to him with Chill Pills. He's trying to see if he can just tank this damage while in a dome. Succubus catches him while a Soul Bolt is out with a Chaos Bolt off of that fear. Chill Pills not in a great spot. Got him some AMS. The Valkyrie way up in the air, still adding a little bit extra air support. Shilpa's got himself a little bit of that range damage stacking up on a Die little by little. To go with the pet, Bonza fell, not gonna feel great. Got himself reflect, not gonna feel great either. Needs to find a way to break that at some point in the future though. Does end up getting away from Succubus for a second quick blind onto Dia. Maybe he can get something going. Mordecai sent in, will not have a Succubus CC. That Chaos Bolt could be the end of you. Barely any health. No death vector, nothing. Got himself the army. Hold on a second. If the army can maybe get some damage. Oh, quick interrupt on the Chaos Bolt. He might just have it. Looking for a Claw and Shadow Stone to fall. Does he have enough here? Does take the victory at the very end of the day. My goodness. Yeah, there's just no shot. Wait, he does get himself one death strike. Hey, mess up. Ed Hunter is going to be up next. Throwing in great. Wait. Are you playing a survival hunter with a bow? I was going to say beast mastery for a second, but no, survival hunter with a bow. Okay. There it is. Fresh Hair is going to be up next. Mom's Warrior follow versus Chill just needs one clean Mortal Strike and or Execute. And Chill Pills is done for the count. Unless this man somehow survives it. I think he's just dead to the bleeds, right? I think he's just done. I don't think he wins this. I don't think he lives this. Unless some way, somehow he can recover. But just like, what can you do? Lichborn, get yourself maybe enough runic power. And then Death Strike or Death Coil yourself back up to full. Well, maybe that was the play. He needs a lot more runic power though. Try to go for a blind. There's going to be full army join in. Might have to go IBF here. Looking for a bit of healing, maybe. Possibly. Stone into Fresh for just a second while he's got full parry. And Chippa's having to do those hit and runs. He's still bleeding though. His health is still bleeding. Fresh taking a little bit of damage from these pets. Actually going to go stunning them. Chippa's is still bleeding profusely. Trying to go for a leap to find him. Does not quite catch him. Hold on a second. Fresh is still taking a bit of that damage. He doesn't really worry about the ghoul that is attacking him all that much. Chills does go for the ghoul sacrifice together with a death pack. So at least he's picking himself up a little bit of health. Fresh, I think, is trying to go for second win. Disarm immediately onto Chills as he goes in for that chain of ice to slow down the warrior. With that ghoul added in, you're not really going to be able to get any kind of second win healing. Does have himself the grippy hand. Oh, he decided, it's like, you know what? I'm good. Yep. I forfeit that one. Okay. Interesting. Silent is the last one left then. Silent. Yeah, you're the last one. It's all up to you. It's all up to you. He forfeited. Look at him shivering there. It's fine. He's just chilling. But Chilpas, that does give him at least maybe like an easier time with the duel going a little bit less long. I mean, at 7 minutes in the mark, I mean, that dampening and the rogue that's coming after you, there's just no shot. You're going to have an easy time with him at all. Gambit opening up with immediate blind, got him some double ambush. Trinket inside of the gouge does give Silent maybe a potential go here. Trinketing that early, Killing Spree to follow does get locked out of the cheap shot right after. For Silent, I think you should be able to take him here pretty easily. Got him some disarm. Unless Gambit somehow does bring up some damage. Those dance too. He does have Vanish technically. I don't know if he wants to go for like a setup with the Vanish or not. He may not have it properly set up. Because once you put the Between the Eyes on cooldown, you can't really use it with a Vanish combo. It can work. It's a bit of a weird setup. Like you can use Vanish aggressively, or you can use it defensively. You definitely will use your whole pistol shot Between the Eyes, resetting combo wombo inside of a dance. But Vanish is like, it's kind of like case by case basis. And I wonder if it's better just to use that defensively more than anything. Warrior didn't die with honor? Oh man, yeah. Yeah, I would have loved to have Fresh actually get a proper full duel all the way to the end, no matter how it ended. But yeah, sometimes you get him, sometimes you don't. Gambit, he just had no health. I think it's just over. Cheat death is the only thing that's keeping him alive. It's just done for the count. Yeah, Solid just went around circles with this guy with an evasion. Hockeys is the last one left over for Team 2. The Rogues are both each left for Team 1 and 2. Subtlety versus Assassin. I think Hawkins is kind of just trying to give Silent an opportunity to get the proper opener. I think because Hawkins doesn't have a trinket, or Silent doesn't have a trinket, Hawkins like, you know what? I win this. Right? There's no shot at all. Disarm for disarm. At least you could get some dots and the poison onto Silent to keep him out in the open. Trying to see if you can get a bit of a setup. Sprinting after him. Full dots are in. You need to get him some full road and everything. Just charging. Silent going for a quick gouge. At least trying to. Maybe that or a shiv. Hawkins just needs to hold the dots in if possible. Cheap shot onto Silent. Is he going for a full go? He does go for the full go. Big King's Bane. Cheap shot to follow again. Cloak Shadows. Last second. Does remove the dots. Needs to get the Garrote and Rupture back on him. That's all you gotta do. Trinket out of Hawkins. Cheap shot on Silent. Trying to see if he can get himself a big go. Cheap shot onto Hawkins. Does go for the evasion. Silent is still rotting out and dotted out. And it's gonna be a blind really quickly. Hold on a second. Does Hawkins have enough? Hold on. He just needed one more dot or two. He got a blind too. Hawkins and Silent. Silent does have a trinket back up. Hold on. That actually gives him an advantage. He's got no cheat death though. He can't cheat death. Hawkins can. Vanish is available for Silent as well if he wants to use it at this point. Cloak shot is for Hawkins really early. Cheap shot. Does he live it? Cheat death? Maybe? Oh, kid a shot. Cheering kid to follow. It's just over. Yeah, Silent does it. I'm taking him. I was going to say for a moment, like, maybe. But Silent does it and bring it back. My goodness, dude. That was a rough one. That was a rough one. Let's see if we still got groups or if we're calling.